Don't stop.
Hi, thanks for joining me in the Everything and Anything in a Big Gay podcast. I'm Zach Randles-Friedman, the host of this podcast. And before I get into my amazing guest today, and she is very amazing, I can't wait to tell you about her, I wanted to tell you a little bit about my day that I had. We had a beautiful day here in Boston, and it was a extremely long winter where there was more snow this year than there has been in several years. And it was just cold, and I was tired of having dry skin, and just like it's been a long winter for everybody that lives in the Boston area. So whenever you have a day that's like 73 degrees, you want to get outside. So I decided I was going to take a walk to go get my haircut. My haircut is about 3.5 mile walk, which 3.5 miles is nothing. I used to do that all the time, like before winter started. I did my first big walk yesterday, and let me tell you how exhausted I was just for doing 3.5 miles, because I have not done any walking in 3 or 4 months since winter. So, in fact, with working from home and doing podcast, some days I don't leave the house for like 5 or 6 days, like at all. I don't go anywhere. I make food at home. I order DoorDash. I do Instacart for buying my groceries. So I don't have to go anywhere. So I was exhausted, and that really made me sad and made me feel really bad, because I'm like, God, I got to start doing more. I got to get more active, because I love hiking. I love being outside. I love going hiking. It's just in the winter, you hibernate here. And I took a nap yesterday afternoon. I don't know, it was like 3:30. I did not wake up till 5:30. I wasn't even sure whenever I woke up and looked at the clock if it was 5:30 in the morning, because I was in such a deep sleep, and I'm a horrible sleeper. So all very, very shocking to me. So anyway, that's my one thing I did yesterday. And then yesterday I have this piece of furniture that I've had for like 20 years. We bought it when we bought a house in Miami, and we bought it then. I think it's from Restoration Hardware or something like that. And it has all these little drawers in it. And maybe there's, 20 drawers. It's a big, heavy piece of furniture. And it's made it through these 17 or 18 moves that we've done. It's gone to Switzerland. It's come back. It's like sturdy, really good furniture. But it's kind of like serves a purpose of just storing a bunch of shit. Like, I know what's in one drawer, and that was batteries. There's a drawer full of batteries that we have that we just throw in there. And so I know where the batteries are, but the other drawers, I had no idea it was in there. So now that I'm not working a full-time corporate job and my podcast is my full-time gig, I make little projects for myself around the house. And my project yesterday was find out what's in those drawers and throw the shit out that's not in there. So I go into the drawers and I start going through. I'm like, oh, here's a candle. That's nice. I like this candle. I forgot I even bought it. I go to the next drawer. More candles. I go to the next 2 drawers down. More candles. I have about 90 candles. Maybe not that many. I have a lot. Some are big. Some are small. None of them are cheap. They're all really good candles. Some are gifts. Like, I have this candle sitting on my desk, and it says it's from SkinCeuticals. I'm assuming this was a gift with purchase or something from where I bought something for my skin. But I could have bought this candle for $40 or $50. Who knows? I don't even know. I'm just going to say, if there's ever a blackout in Boston, come to my house, because I have enough candles to light up the whole neighborhood. Like, there's so many. Where I'm a hoarder. So I'm discovering that I am a hoarder for skincare and now candles and shoes. I've always known I was a hoarder for shoes. So yeah, I have some hoarding tendencies in me that I need to just be a little aware of, because I don't want to be that person that you see on the TLC show where I'm buried in boxes and stuff, and they're trying to save me and they find 25 dead cats in my place. So hopefully that won't be me. But let's talk about something a little bit more fun, which is my guest today. So first of all, I go through TikTok, as everybody knows if you listened to my show before. I go through TikTok. I go through my Instagram feed, and this woman comes up months ago, and I'm like, oh, I love her. Like, she is no bullshit, straight to the point. I fucking hate Trump. I hate Pam Bondi. Pam Bondi's a cunt. I hate Pete Hegseth. I like all of it. She says whatever she is thinking and feels, and does not hold back. And it's about a 45-second clip for each one that she does. Amazing. I love her energy. We need more people like her in the world. And I reached out to her and said, will you please come on my podcast? I have a friend that also reached out to her. And then we went on her Twitch. I was like, I got to get her. She's my people. She is like so good. And the interesting thing is that she started her TikTok in September of last year. And then she started her Instagram in December of 2025. And so we're in April, and she has over 600,000 followers on combined platforms. Like, she is a rock star. And I was telling her in the interview, like, you need to go on The View. You need to be a co-host on The View, not just go on as a guest, but be a co-host. She needs her own show. She's entertaining. She's also beautiful, like beautiful, great skin. And this is what I'll end it before you start listening to the interview. And I'm pretty sure she said this off camera because I don't listen to my interviews afterwards. Somebody edits them for me, and I never listen to my own interviews. So this is what she said. I think it was off camera. She goes, oh my God, I just want to say your skin is so good, and your skin is glowing, and you have glass skin. And I'm like, okay, I didn't think I'd like you anymore. And the reason why I appreciate this is because she's 23 years old and her skin is flawless. And coming from her, I love her. So her name is Eumie. I will put her Instagram and TikTok in the description of this podcast. If you listen to this show, most likely you are already following her because she, again, is my people. She is my type of person. She says it like it is. She doesn't hold back. She cares about freedom. She cares about this country. She cares about being liberal and being who you are. She cares about people. And her delivery is amazing. So enjoy the interview. Please leave a comment and let me know what you think about the interview. I need comments on my podcast, and share this podcast. Let other people know and be exposed to these amazing people like Eumie that I'm interviewing, because people like her are really so, so important to our country today, especially. So thanks and enjoy. Hi, everybody. Thanks for joining me in the Everything and Anything and a Bit Gay podcast. I have landed a guest that I have been trying. I've stalked her a little bit, I'll just say. I have stalked her on Twitch. I've stalked her on Instagram. I've had my friends reach out to her. And finally, she said yes. So welcome to the show. So I just want to make sure I'm saying your name right. Is it Eumie?
It is Eumie, like Eumie. Yes.
Okay, got it. Perfect
pronunciation. Amazing.
All right, love that. So you are like, I'm just going to say this is who I think you are. You are like the modern day philosopher. You're the one that's like entertaining people, but keeping it real at the same time. Like you, and if anybody does not follow Eumie, then I will put her link in Instagram and TikTok in the description of this podcast or video, however you're watching it. But you have to go. So, and check her out. Because so my first question is, whenever you're going on and you're doing these quick little, I don't know, they're usually 45 seconds, a minute long. Are you thinking about these ahead of time? Or are you just kind of like, are you scripting them out? Or are you just like, you're saying what comes to your mind?
So I will like think about something, and I'll think about the best way to say it to reach a wide audience, right? Because I noticed that, like, I think when Trump came onto the scene in 2016, the standards for political commentary forever changed. So they kind of combined entertainment with political commentary, and those two things intersected. And I think the right wing did a very aggressive job at kind of pushing that narrative in the past election, which is why they were able to win, which is why they were able to get so many young men to go out and vote for Trump. And I feel like we need to start marketing left-wing ideas with a more entertaining lens in the same way that they do. So I kind of write them out in my notes app, and then I will rewrite them, re-record them, and then I'll be like, what's the best way to get this message across in the shortest amount of time possible? Because I know everyone's brain's fried. I know that young people were doom scrolling. We can pay attention for like maybe 5 minutes, and I want to just get the message out as much as possible.
Where did you grow up?
I grew up in Eastern Kentucky, like really rural Kentucky, Appalachia.
Wow.
Yes.
I would not have thought that at all. I would have thought you were like an East Coaster.
Yes, everyone always says I give like New York or LA, but like no, I'm from like a really small town.
So what
Mhm.
does your family think about this whole thing
Mhm.
that you've done on Instagram and TikTok? Because I mean, you're like
Mhm.
you've got over 500,000 people listening to you every day or more.
Yes.
Like, and then people are resharing. So,
Mhm.
I mean, you have your eyes. A lot of
Mhm.
eyes are on you. So, what does your
Mhm.
family? What does your friends think about this?
Oh, my friends are so supportive. My family's been so supportive. Obviously, it's different. It's new. I mean, my parents are
Yeah,
both like professors and they're very rigid in like social structures like that. But I feel like they're more open to the internet. I think gladly my parents are YouTube enthusiasts. So
good.
so they appreciate like the social media aspect of things and they're pretty welcoming and accepting of it. I tell them specifically not to watch my videos though. I feel like it's a little bit too vulgar for them.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I think it makes it so good, though.
Hmm.
And you can be vulgar in this show if you want at any
Oh my
time. So,
goodness. Great,
yeah,
great to know. I was like, I didn't want to just like
no, no,
go
you
out
can
here and
be.
be like, oh my.
No, you can say fuck Pam Bondi or whatever you want. So I know you can say whatever you want.
Hmm.
Um, Whenever you first started
Hmm.
doing this, did you ever think you would blow up this big?
No, but I will say, like, I feel like I factor in the engagement a lot more than other people do. Like, I take that aspect of it very seriously because you can have a message that you want to get across, but I feel like if not a lot of people see it, what impact does it have? Because,
Yeah,
like, the impact is limited to, like, the reach of it all. And I think, like, if we make the left seem like this, like, fun and, like, early internet, like, reckless kind of thing, I feel like it's more welcoming towards people. And I think that people are more willing to accept left wing ideas overall because like when I was growing up, conservatives were like the lamest people ever.
yeah, yeah,
Conservatives were Bible thumping old people who were trying to tell like the movie theaters, you can't play this movie, it's too inappropriate. And
yeah,
like
yeah.
and then at a certain point the narrative kind of shifted and the left wing kind of got this like mainstream media narrative of being lame and like over policing and stuff like that. And I just want to bring it back to a point where people understand that being part of the left is great. Like we are so incredibly inclusive. It's so much fun.
What do you think that people
Hmm.
that were MAGA supporters, they're
Hmm.
now seeing all this bullshit that Trump is doing today,
Hmm.
that they're now like, I mean, I see it on TikTok. People are like, I regret my vote. Do you
Hmm.
see more and more of that happening now, where you're hearing from people saying, I wish I didn't vote for him?
Yes, I definitely see that. I also feel like in 10 years, we will remember Trump in the same way that we remember like Reagan. Like, or I know some people still idolize Reagan, but I think that there won't be like this idealistic lens when we think about
Mm.
Trump like there was a few years ago.
And so you must have been raised in a very liberal household. Is
Hmm.
that obviously?
Hmm.
I'm assuming they were Democrats and just very
Hmm.
liberal. Is that where you kind of learned? I mean, because it's not that just like you have a thought, like you
Hmm.
actually know the stuff that you're talking about. Like sometimes I'm
Hmm.
so impressed because I'm like, I didn't know that, and the
Hmm.
things that it's like you're really going out and you're
Hmm.
researching like what you're saying, which I
Yes.
appreciate.
My parents definitely taught me to be free thinkers. Like we didn't go to any churches growing up. We weren't very religious, and we also weren't very like set on any beliefs. They really encouraged me to formulate my own beliefs. I went to a Bernie Sanders rally when I was 13 years old. I waited 8 hours in the rain outside of like a venue in Huntington, West Virginia, and that's my first Snapchat memory. So I've always been like very into left wing politics, progressive politics, because I just don't think there's anything wrong with caring about people and wanting more empathy in the world.
Where do you think we're going to end up at midterms?
And midterms, oh, there's going to be a blue wave. But people should still go out and vote. I think it's so important for people to vote. I don't like that young people don't really vote as much. But I think that this election will see a lot more people registering just because of the state of things. Like most people can't afford to fucking survive anymore.
Yeah.
And also like Gen Z is like, it's hard to be part of Gen Z, right? Because it's like everywhere you look, anytime someone mentions Gen Z as like a cohesive audience,
Hmm.
they're always saying like, "Oh, Gen Z's completely fucked. Gen Z's screwed." Like that is the only context you ever hear people refer to Gen Z in, and I feel like people are fed up and they want to see change.
But do you think we'll take the House and the Senate?
I hope so. I think we'll definitely take the House.
Me too.
I'm not going to jinx it. I'm not going to jinx it, but
Yeah,
I hope we take the Senate. I really love James Tallarico. I love what he's doing. I
me
feel
too.
like we have a lot of great candidates out there.
Who do you dislike the most?
Oh my goodness, that's such a Such a hard question. I would say
Tell me your
it,
top three then, or top
my
two,
top
top two,
three.
top three.
It was definitely Pam Bondi, but now
Yeah.
that she's fired, I kind of sympathize because I was also fired.
Oh yeah, I want to talk about that too.
Okay, but yes.
But do your top two first, or top three.
Yes. Okay. We'll go. I'm gonna go Pam Bondi. Obviously, Donald Trump is in there. Obviously, but it's like
Yeah.
I hate him so much. I'm almost going full circle where I'm like I'm so tired of hating him. Like I just cannot believe that he's still there. He's still doing what he's doing, and like I can't believe that we still allow this man to exist. So I probably have to go Donald Trump, Pam Bondi, and then Elon Musk. Nightmare smoke circle. Worst three people that I could possibly be in a room with.
Did you just see that Elon Musk said he went to the moon twice?
Oh my goodness, in his head, like mentally.
I don't know. I have no idea. I just seen this video where he was like being serious saying he went to the moon twice. I'm just like, what? Are you kidding me? Like, tell me about your job. You go into work one day. Don't say where you work or where you used to work though, but just like you went to work and they fired you.
So I got called into an ethics meeting at like 3 p.m. on a Monday. And so they put it on my calendar. I go into the ethics meeting and they're basically like, oh, we got a number of reports. I later found the video that got me reported. It was a bunch of MAGA people who essentially reported me to my employer. And so they called me into this meeting and they basically asked me to delete my social media accounts. They were like, oh, step one of the investigation for the ethics investigation would be you deleting your accounts. And I was essentially like, no. And then they were like, they kept putting pressure on me. I was like, no. Can I understand what will happen if I do or don't? And then I didn't comply. And then 2 days later, that was it.
Are you happy about that though? Like, are you really?
It feels like a weight was lifted off my shoulders. That sounds crazy, but.
So what are you gonna? What like? Are you? I feel like so. Let's talk about future. I feel like you're going to get a lot of opportunities. You're making a name for yourself. Has anybody reached out to you for jobs, sponsorships, brands, any of that stuff?
Yeah, I've had a few job opportunities. I definitely have a lot of sponsorship opportunities. I recently signed with management, so that should also help as well.
Yeah,
but really, I just love doing this. Like, I have such a fervent passion for what I do. Like, I think it's so interesting, and I feel like we live in such a unique time period where something like this is needed. And I'm so glad that I can be part of the fight to overthrow fascism and whatever the fuck the government's doing right now.
I think you'd be good as a host on The View.
Oh my goodness. You're flattering me. You're glazing me.
No, really. I mean, because I think you and Whoopi Goldberg would really like tear some of these people apart together. I don't know. I think that's the level you should reach for is like The View.
Yes, I think what makes my content unique in a way is that I don't look like I would talk the way that I do. So I think I think the juxtaposition really throws people off where they're like, I'm like 5'1". I look very like, I don't know, like I look very like unintimidating. And then I feel like I go out and I'm like, Pam Bondi's a fucking cunt. She's a stupid bitch. And then everyone's like, oh my God. And so I think that kind of highlights like the content itself.
I think your secret to your sauce also is that you're mixing kind of humor with like real world things that are happening. And I think you're just getting the message. And again, I think the way you look like you'd be like this sweet woman that's like, I never would have like thought the word fuck and cunt and all this would come out of your mouth. And whenever you say it, that's why I think it makes it's so brilliant because it's not what you're expecting at all.
But yes, I definitely feel like that plays a role. But yeah, I'm glad that people can experience and empathize with my rage. I feel like a lot of people who comment on my videos are like, oh, I think it and you say it. Like I wasn't going to say it out loud, but you said it for me. And I feel like part of keeping hope for the future is keeping the fire alive, right? And like people have to be like pumped up to do that. Whenever I sit on my phone and I read the news, I get so dreadful. Like it is so incredibly depressing. And I feel like if you can add humor to that and some anger to it, I think people are more amped up and ready for the future.
And we'll be right back. Okay, now back to the show. Do you think social media is making people more kind of almost more thoughtful or more kind of reactive in a way?
I feel like it's a little bit of both. I think it makes people more skeptical of what they see, which I like because I feel like there's more room for independent thought, right? But I also think like the social media landscape's always going to change, and then the political commentary has to adapt to whatever the media landscape is. So whatever is popular, like we should try to emulate that and try to get the message across to as many people as possible. And I feel like on the left, we're not as well funded as the right-wing media pipeline. It's like a behemoth. Like there are billionaires pouring so much money into this like right-wing propaganda. And I feel like if we want to capture young audiences and if we want to take advantage of the algorithm, then we have to use right-wing methods to then make like and promote left-wing messages.
Would you ever go back to a corporate job at this point?
Um, I gotta say no. Like,
No.
I don't think it's for me.
Has there been something like as you've been doing this and you've been building your followers and getting comments and DMs or whatever, has there something that has changed the way you think about things in this way? Like, is there one thing, obviously you have your beliefs of, you're a Democrat and you're liberal and you have those beliefs, but has there been something you're like, okay, let me stop and think about that for a minute. Maybe I can sympathize with the right or something. Has anything like that happened?
I don't think that I necessarily sympathize with the right, but I do sympathize with the lack of education on the right. And I
Yeah.
say this as someone who's from a very rural area. I'm from probably the poorest area of the United States. And I grew up around a lot of right wing people, and they vote that way. A lot of them do, out of sheer ignorance. Because if Kamala Harris says, here are what the best economists in the US say that the ideal economic plan is, and then if Trump says, we're going to make gas more affordable, it's like, who are you going to believe? And whose message is more decipherable to you if you don't have the education available to like truly understand like the math that goes into these things?
I want to talk about a few things that Trump promised that he didn't do and just kind of get your reaction, because
Yes.
all these MAGA people still don't. I mean, you can say he didn't do this, that he promised. Like, these are all the things he promised. He promised Doge, the balance was going to go to fix the budget, the federal budget. Hasn't happened. $2,000 rebate checks that nobody has seen because of all the stuff that Doge was doing, that Elon was doing. No income taxes because of tariffs. We're all paying income taxes still. Electric bills are supposed to be cut in half. Mine has doubled. I'm in Massachusetts and it's doubled.
Me too.
Gas would be under $2 a gallon. We're doubled that now. We were going to release the Epstein files. Do you think that's going to happen?
The Epstein files? No, because the new DOJ literally said that they're not going to prosecute anyone in the files, which is fucking ridiculous. Like, I think that's absolutely insane. That's literally so fucking shameful. And the president of the United States being a pedophile is shameful. That is incredibly fucking embarrassing for this country. Like, it's so terrible that every other country in the European Union has had some sort of like pushback. They have prosecuted somebody. They've made initiatives to show their people that they're not for pedophilia. And our president is a pretty well-documented pedophile, and we can't even do anything about him. We can't rein in any of his powers. We won't hold him accountable. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, whenever they took out Prince Andrew, whenever they found him, and I'm like, okay, they're gonna do Trump for sure. If they did Prince Andrew, that high, and they still did nothing to him. Nothing surprises me anymore since we do nothing to this man. Like, he can say he's gonna wipe out a whole civilization on a Tuesday at 8:00, and there's no repercussions for him. I just don't understand it at all.
There will still be people who are like, oh, but what about the left? And it's so stupid, because I'm just like, stop looking at things left and right. How about we go no pedophiles, or like pedophiles? Like, how about we prosecute all of the pedophiles and then just leave the non-pedophiles alone? Like, it's not that hard of a concept.
And Melania's speech that she did, I don't even know like if you had a chance to watch that, because it was unwatchable in so many ways.
I watched it. I don't think Melania Trump knows where she's at half the fucking time.
No,
like,
I don't either.
She did not sign up for this shit. She signed up to go to like the Mykonos, and she signed up to be a sugar baby. And then now she's in this marriage. She's the first lady of the United States. She clearly does not want to be there. I remember during the 2024 election campaign, she released a book where she basically said she was pro-choice. Like, she tried her hardest not to be first lady, and yet she's there and she doesn't want to be there.
Yeah, I don't understand it. And she's like, oh, we don't know. I don't know Epstein. And I'm just like, no, there's pictures of you all over the internet with him. Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, you're caught in 4K. What do you mean you don't know Epstein?
Exactly. What do you think people misunderstand about you the most?
Misunderstand about me?
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel pretty understood about the internet. I really feel like the main thing that people always tell me is like, oh, don't you get a lot of hate? Aren't you afraid for your safety? And I'm like, no, not. I really.
Let's talk about that though. Do people come after you though and send you bad DMs saying that they're going?
Oh, for sure.
Tell me what the worst DM you got.
Oh my goodness. Probably just like threats. People are like, oh, like kill yourself, or they say stuff like, oh, like
oh my God.
They also. I think this is just like blatant ignorance, but they always say like, oh, you must be a Chinese spy. And I'm like, I'm not even Chinese. Like, that's, but yes, I honestly laugh at them. Like, they're kind of funny.
But have you got the good DMs as well?
Oh, I get so many more good DMs than bad DMs. It's honestly shocking. Like, I feel like most people in America are actually quite progressive. It's just a lot of people don't vote, so that's not represented. And then also I think America's gerrymandered to hell. So I think
Oh,
a
yeah,
lot of
yeah.
people vote and then their vote doesn't even effectively matter.
You're so fucking smart about this. Like, I feel like maybe you should run for office one day for
Oh
something.
my goodness. No, everyone keeps telling me that and I'm like, no. I'm like, absolutely not.
I mean, the things that you say, I mean, you're pretty, can you tell me how old you are? You don't have to if you
I'm
don't want.
23.
Yeah, you're young, and somebody at 23 doesn't usually know all the stuff that you know. And then they're so well researched and educated on politics and stuff. And it's like, I mean, you talk like you're a 50-year-old. You know what I'm saying? You know so much stuff about what's happening. I've never heard a 23-year-old talk about gerrymandering. So that's pretty amazing.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. You're so sweet. But yes.
Has anybody famous reached out to you?
Oh my goodness, yes. I have like the most unexpected famous people in my DMs. I'm not gonna name drop anybody, but they're super sweet. And I feel like there are so many famous people and it's such a pleasant fucking surprise that they're woke. Like I think Channing Tatum followed me one day and I was like, oh my God, Channing Tatum. I was like, that's fucking crazy. But yes,
Oh my
it's
God.
like Channing
You need
Tatum.
you need to date him.
It was like Channing Tatum. It was like the voice actress for Mulan, Leah Salonga.
Yeah.
Amazing. Woke icon. I think Hillary Duff followed me one day. I was like, that's fucking wild. Like, absolutely insane. But I love to see, I love when celebrities actually stand on business, especially seeing as like during this administration, so many brands have let me down. Like, I'm like, really? You folded to Trump's DEI demand? It's like, that's fucking stupid. Like, fuck you. I'm never buying from you again.
I feel like a Madonna or somebody's going to reach out to you for something. I don't know. I feel like somebody big like that is going to come and like want you to do something.
Oh my God, yes.
Like,
manifest it for me.
I'm manifesting it for you. But listen, if you get Madonna, I want to interview the both of you. So that's the only thing.
Yeah, I'll get her on the pod for sure.
Okay, cool. Is there anybody that's followed you that surprised you?
Yeah, probably those three people surprised me the most just because they're like celebrities where I'm like, you wouldn't really expect it. But I just feel like even the influx of support from like everyday people and like sometimes I go out I live in Ohio and it's like it's a state that's gerrymandered to absolute hell.
Yeah.
But I go out in Ohio and people will come up to me, they'll be like, oh my God, you're that girl from TikTok. Like I love your videos. Like I went to get coffee today and the guy that worked there was like, oh my God, I watched you eat Trump's McDonald's order on stream. Not eating McDonald's anymore, by the way. I know that they do not support Palestine. So we'll not ever be eating it again. But I did eat his order. It was like 4,000 calories. And he was like, oh my God, I love your content. I was like, that's so crazy because we're in Ohio.
Yeah. Does it feel like a little intimidating whenever you're going out though and people are like, let's do a selfie? I mean, you've got to be recognized. Have you gone to New York or anything like that recently?
I haven't gone to New York recently. Well, even if I go, I don't like walk around anywhere. I usually go for like a specific commitment. But
Okay.
like I've been recognized in a few areas and it's so surreal and like it doesn't even feel real. I feel like I'm so awkward in those situations.
I feel like you got to do. What do you want to do? You're getting famous. Like, what do you want to do with this?
I want to build a better future for this country. Like that is what I wanted to do when I started this, and that's what I will continue to do. I really just want like progressive ideas to be popular again, because then we can work towards like class consciousness. We can work towards like more equality in this country. And I want people to be more empathetic and open to like people who are different from them. And I feel like the way to get that message across is to do it in an approachable and comedic way that provides some baseline level of entertainment value. Because like if we can find like similarities instead of differences, we can actually work towards a constructive future. Like I think my most viral video ever was probably my Pam Bondi remix, where someone remixed like me calling her a cunt.
I've seen it. Yes, I loved it.
But surprisingly, actually, a lot of right-wing people liked that video because they're still critical of Pam Bondi. They still like not liking pedophiles is a bipartisan fucking issue.
Yeah, yes,
and I feel like when we can focus on what we have in common first and get those like differences settled, then we can like work towards a more productive future from there. And no one likes fucking pedophiles.
Nobody. Well, I guess Melania does.
Oh my goodness.
Well, maybe not. Maybe because I think she hates them secretly. So
I think she likes money more than she hates pedophiles. We'll say that.
I agree. Yeah, exactly. If you could work with any brand, what brand would you want to work with?
Ooh, I love athleisure. I love Pilates. So maybe like something to do with like gym wear. But obviously that's like not in any way in my niche.
Yeah, but Lululemon.
I love Lululemon. Aloe Yoga.
Yeah,
yes.
let's tag them in this. I'll tag them in this podcast and this Instagram, and we're going to try to get you a brand deal.
Oh my goodness. That would be insane.
what is, I mean, would you want to do like a tour or something?
Mhm.
You see a lot of these like TikTokers and
Mhm.
podcasters going to cities, they pick 15 cities and they go
Mhm.
and they do kind of a tour. Would you ever think of doing something like that?
Um, I'm not sure if touring is for me because I'm incredibly awkward. Like, I feel like I wouldn't know what to do with my hands if I went on tour. I feel like I just sit there like fidgeting. I don't know. I feel like a tour may not be for me.
With the right
But then,
coaching, though, I think you could
yes, yeah.
definitely do it.
But who knows what the future holds? I feel like I'm just taking it day by day, just trying to get the message out there, and then we'll see where it goes. I feel like whenever I plan something, it never goes according to plan.
What about a podcast? Would you ever start your own podcast?
Probably not. I don't think I'm a very good host. I like talking too much. I feel like I talk over everyone.
Okay. How was it with Luke?
Oh my goodness, it was so much fun. Luke and Brian, I think Brian actually, he was, so I haven't been doing this for that long. I started on TikTok September of last year, and then I started on Instagram.
Seriously? You've gone
Yes,
that big?
yeah,
Wow.
I started on Instagram December of last year. December 1st is when I made my account on Instagram. And so Brian's actually been following me since like I was at 20,000 followers on TikTok, no Instagram at all. Like I didn't have Instagram for 3 months that I was on TikTok. I scaled my TikTok to I think like 70,000 followers. And I was like, if this gets banned, I'm screwed. So I was like, I might as well also start posting on Instagram. I started in December and he's been there since like day one. So it was so amazing to get to talk to them and like help them get their podcast up out there. It was amazing.
I want Luke to come on my show. Can you reach out to him and ask him to come on my show?
I could ask him to come on your show, but yes.
Okay. I mean, I'll promote it. I'll promote his show.
Mhm.
Actually, is Luke single for you?
I
Because
have never.
he's
I've
cute. I
never.
think you guys might be good together. I'm a
We're
good
actually.
matchmaker too.
It's interesting because Luke, Brian, and I are all from small towns, and we're all from the Midwest, which is like so crazy to think about. But we're all like we were all raised around like conservative people, which is crazy because we're all like part of the like left wing media space now. And I think
Yeah.
it's so interesting that there's like a small town Midwesterner to like left wing media personality like pipeline.
And we'll be right back. Okay, and now back to the show. I love Aaron Panaris also. I think
Mhm.
he's going to have a huge career in media one day
Mhm.
just because like he is so good. And what's the other? Harry
Sisson?
Sesson.
Mhm.
I can't believe that Trump posted
The AI
a
video of him.
yeah. I was like, this
Mhm.
is what you're focusing on as a president of the United States.
Mhm.
Like I was
Trump is like basically a fucking toddler. Like he's posting AI videos. He's shitting himself everywhere. He definitely smells bad. He can't ever do his fucking hair. Like this man is like so unput together. I'm like, I can't believe anyone still supports him at all.
I mean, it's the people though that are, I know you're from a rural area, but it's the people that are uneducated in rural areas that I still like think support him. And no matter what
Mhm.
he does, I watch these videos on TikTok and Instagram where they're constantly talking about. There's a guy going up with the microphone. Would you vote for Trump, or what do you think he's doing a good
Mhm.
job? Like he's doing an amazing job. I'm like, you
Mhm.
must be so racist. You must hate everybody that's
Mhm.
part of the LGBTQ plus community for you to say that you still follow him and believe him. I just
Mhm.
they must have zero education. It's very scary to me that that's the country we live in sometimes. And I know it's not a
Yes.
huge amount of
Mhm.
the population, but there's still enough of them that got him in office.
But yes, it's kind of like when you give a dog a pill inside like cheese. That's how you have to feed them like
Yeah.
progressive ideas, right? You feed them you have to give it to them discreetly. And I really do feel like the less educated the American populace is, the less capacity for empathy that they have, and the more they'll be willing to fall victim to like these shitty narratives about like blaming immigrants for the
Yeah.
cost of living and like blaming all of these marginalized groups of people. Like it's not them. We live in a country where a man's almost a trillionaire. Like it's obviously not that.
Do you think people are becoming a little more open-minded though with things? I mean, I felt like
Mhm.
whenever, I'll give you an example. When Obama was in office, I feel like the whole world kind of was not
Mhm.
they weren't as racist. They were okay with LGBTQ plus people.
Mhm.
Same-sex marriage was approved. Like all these things happen. And then I feel like in 2016, whenever he got elected the first time, it all switched. And you
Mhm.
have these white straight men going out with their torches in Virginia on that college
Mhm.
campus. You know, people are doing the Hitler salute and all this other
Mhm.
stuff. And I'm just like, how did we get here? Like I just don't get like how all this we went from being so open-minded
Mhm.
with a African American president
Mhm.
to this. Like
I definitely
it's
think COVID had a large role in that because I feel like isolation breeds like dangerous ideas. And I think people
mm,
sought some sort of community within like these online spaces that would descend into these like dangerous pipelines. Like I think anti-vax grew that way. And then that led to a fundamental mistrust in like science and distrust in like systems that have existed for such a long period of time. And when I meet people who are like anti-vax or they're skeptical of things that are like modern science, I'm just like, genuinely, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like that's actually an insane thing to believe. Being an anti-vax is the most embarrassing thing that could ever fucking happen to you.
and how do we have RFK Jr. leading all that? Like he can't even talk hardly. Like I don't even understand how that happened. Like
Oh my goodness, his voice is like nails on a chalkboard.
it's
Every time
so yes.
I know, every time I hear RFK Jr. talk, I'm like, I need to take my headphones out right now. Like I need to go on like a 1 mile walk and really just clear my fucking head to get the taste of whatever that is out of my head.
God, I know you were. I'm telling you, you were on the same page as so many people in this country, and I think that's why people resonate with you so much because you're saying all the things that people want to say, and then what they're thinking, and you have a platform now, and I think it's so amazing. You know, what bothers you the most, like when Carolyn Levitt is like doing her press conferences and stuff, and she's obviously calling out the fake media as she calls it. Like, is there any one particular thing that she's done where you're just like, what is wrong with this bitch?
Oh my god, there's so many things she's done where I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with this bitch? Really everything about it. Well, first of all, she's like, I just made a video, but basically she's 28 aging like ricotta is what I said.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah, she's crazy. Like I'm like, how are you 28 and you look like 46 minimum? And I think the fits don't help. She has no drip. I feel like that doesn't help at all. But on top of that, like I just feel like she's absolutely insufferable. Like people will ask her really well-meaning questions like about affordability, about why Trump hasn't made anything cheaper, why he hasn't delivered on any of his promises. And she'll be like, you're aggressive, you're fake media. And then I'm just like, you're just deflecting. Like that doesn't change the fact that people are dissatisfied with Trump's job in office. Like he is a terrible leader. What are you doing about that?
What do you think the hardest part about whenever? Well, I have two questions for you. One, what do you think the hardest part is about you posting this content? Like, is there something that you're like, oh God, I don't want to do this today, or I don't want to? Am I saying this? And the other question is do you ever get a little nervous sometimes when you post something, you're like, oh my God, maybe I went too far?
Oh, definitely. There have been, I think when I posted the Pam Bondi cunt video, when I posted it, I was so scared to post it on Instagram. I was like, people might cancel me for this. Like, because I'm calling a woman a cunt. And obviously, like, I'm a feminist. And I feel like, I was like, oh, like, what if people are like, oh, why are you calling women cunts? It's not normalized this. But like, people are honestly, I feel like we're at a point where the left is more unhinged than ever. And I fucking love it. Like, I'm reveling in it. It's amazing. Like, because we're past the stage of being like, having decorum and being nice and like extending a hand and trying to appeal to moderate people. That's not possible. These people are stupid as fuck. Like if you still support Trump, you have to be brainwashed as fuck. Like you have to have genuinely two brain cells. Your brain is completely smooth. Like if I made a model of your brain and drove across it with a toy car, there would be no bumps. Like these people are so fucking stupid. I'm like, how are you this dumb? How are you this oblivious?
And whenever you post something and you get like some of these amazing engagements, do you kind of do you like think about that, about how powerful your message is now? Because I don't know, I feel like you're like, I don't know if you realize how big you are. I feel like I get that where you're not like your head's not inflated and that's good in a way, but I feel like I don't think you know how much of an impact you're having on the world in a positive way. And I really hope that you do kind of go back even after this podcast or tonight, like reflect on all the things that you're doing to make people feel better about this world, because it's not just how you deliver it, but you're saying the truth. There's a little comedy to it sometimes. You're going viral, you're saying all these things, you're making people aware of things also in your own way. And I really hope that you realize the impact that you're having on the world. I mean, you have almost 600,000 followers between the two platforms alone. That's just the follow, and that's not the reshares and all the other things that are happening. I mean, that's huge, and I hope you do realize how amazing that is and how you're impacting the world to make it better. So
Thank you. It means so much to me. But like, I feel like really you just have to stay grounded in the core idea and the core mission behind it. Like, unless we have more progressive people in office and the country becomes a better place, like my job's not done. I feel like it is about the engagement and that I want to get the message out
Yeah.
there. But it's like I feel like I have an understanding of what I'm capable of bringing to the left, and I feel like I just want to take us across the finish line. Like I want there to be more affordability in this country. I want things to be easier for the average American, the average middle class American. And until we get there, I feel like my job's not finished, and I'm going to keep raging on the internet, and I'm going to keep trying to get as much as engagement as possible so people get the message out there. But yes.
Has TikTok or Instagram reached out to you at all?
No, but I feel like I'm getting demonetized on certain platforms maybe, or they're more hesitant to monetize me in certain aspects. But I feel like my content, it's like it is obviously very vulgar, so I've gotten some account strikes on TikTok, and I'm like, that's kind of scary.
Yeah. I don't think that I don't see how they could shut you down though. There's no way.
But yes, I feel like I would complain a lot. I'd be so insufferable if if they shut me down.
Yeah. And Instagram though is more they're more lenient
Oh, they're
than
definitely more lenient. I also feel like Instagram, like the algorithm is way different from TikTok. It's like it's easier to scale, I would say. I feel like I grew everything so quickly on Instagram to the point where it's like I think I have more followers on Instagram now than on TikTok.
yeah.
But it's like the engagement and stuff and the people on there are just so much kinder. I like how personal DMs are. I love doing this. Like it's so much fun. And I love talking to people who genuinely care about the future of this country and who like DM me just the nicest things ever.
Does that surprise you though that people are so kind whenever they're DMing you though? Because I feel like the internet can be so cruel and there's so many trolls out there
Mhm.
and stuff. Like even whenever I sent you a DM, did you think I was like maybe I had like an alternative motive or something, or did you like?
No, I just like I get like probably 400 DMs a day. So like it's so much, but also like I'm not very surprised. I feel like I'm very like hard-headed. I'm not like prone to criticism. So maybe I do get a lot of criticism. I just like know how to like tone it out. I don't know, like zone it out, not really pay attention to it at all.
Yeah,
But for the most part, like I just feel like people are incredibly sweet and they understand the message I'm trying to get across. They understand the humorous aspect of it. And I feel like one thing that I really wanted to, I guess, do is I wanted there to be more women, specifically women of
mm,
color, within the left wing media space. Because I
yeah,
don't know if like you've seen this, but for some reason, a lot of like the right wing media personalities, like their influencers, are actually people of color and women. Like I think the right wing media landscape has a lot more women and people of color than the left wing, and that's because they can get away with saying atrocious shit. So like if a white man on the right says women belong in the kitchen, people are going to be like, whoa, that's crazy, you can't say that. But if a woman says it, they're like, oh, but she's a woman, so she must know what she's talking about, she wants to be in the kitchen. And so they purposely recruit like people of color and women so that they can get away with saying these
yeah,
like crazy things. And I feel like we need more representation like that on the left.
yeah. That's a good point. I
Mhm.
mean, would you ever think about doing something like a news show?
Yes, I would definitely consider it. Like, I feel like it'd be interesting, but I feel like I may be too vulgar for mainstream media.
Well, I mean, you'd have to definitely tone it down.
Yes,
But
I'd
I
have to
mean,
tone it down.
but just the fact
Mhm.
that you can like say all this information, like you wrote it yourself almost. Like when you're talking again about gerrymandering, about
Mhm.
you're talking about Pam Bondi, like all these things that you say, a lot of people don't really know. And you're
Mhm.
just you know the facts. You've done your research. You're reading. And I think going and hosting a
Mhm.
news show or going on a
Mhm.
show like The View or something like that, I think you would just be so amazing on that.
Thank you. I feel like
Whoopi
you're like
Goldberg, if you're listening to this, get her on your show.
thank you. I feel like you're giving me like so many good affirmations. What's your sign?
Aries.
You're an Aries. I love that.
Yeah.
I'm a
I
Virgo.
And I have a good gut feeling. My gut feeling about people is always
Mhm.
right.
Mhm.
I'm never wrong. Whenever I'm hiring somebody for a job or I'm have a
Mhm.
guest on, I know when a guest is going to be good on my show before they come on. And sometimes you have to do bad guests. But
Mhm.
I'm always right about people. And there's a guy that edits my podcast, and he says
Mhm.
I had the best picker that he's ever seen. And I said I can't wait to like I can't wait to like find out where you're going to be at in like 5 years from now. You're
Oh,
you're
thank you.
you're definitely going to be, whether you want it or not, you're going to definitely be super famous in 5 years from now, and you're going to have your own show, or you're going to be a co-host on a show or something. It's going to be really good things, and I hope that Lululemon is listening, because if they don't come and get you, they're fucking stupid. So I'll
They
just
come and
say that right.
kidnap me. Come and snatch me.
Yeah, exactly. Come and
Mhm.
snatch you. We'll be right back after a word from our sponsors. Okay, now back to the show. I just want you to just like think about how awesome you are and how you are that voice for people that want to say this stuff and they're listening to you thinking, thank God somebody is saying this out loud. So thank you from me and thank you from my listeners for being so authentic. We need more authenticity in this world and you are bringing it. And I love it. So thank you.
Thank you. I want to see more women be unhinged. We need more bitches on the internet. Like we need more people who are willing to be fucking cunty, because I swear to God, whenever the trad wife stuff was happening, that's actually what I based my like TikTok off of. That's like one of the first things that I talked about on TikTok was conservative women and how stupid trad wifery is. Like, you're really going to forego all of your financial opportunities to depend on a man forever? Like, why? Yeah. Why? Like, we've done this before. We played these games before. It didn't fucking work. And so I really hope that more young women go on the internet and scream into the fucking phone and become cunty. And I really want to encourage people to do that.
Is there any other women doing this? Because there's several guys like Luke and everybody, people like that doing it. Is there another woman that you know that's doing this? I can't think of.
There's some incredible women. I would say like Suzanne Lambert and Barrett Adair. They're incredible. I love their content so much.
Not as big as you though, because I haven't heard of them.
Oh no, they do like left wing, I guess, content and stuff like that. I feel like my videos are like almost rage bait kind of worthy, so the algorithm kind of pushes them out further because there are people arguing in my comment section. So like they kind of pushes it further. But they make great informational content. They probably know more about the actual political landscape than I do, so they're very well informed. And I love to see women in this. I love to see hot women in this. They're so beautiful. I love them.
Yeah, cool. Are you dating anyone?
I'm not dating anyone.
What is the type of person you would like to date?
Oh my goodness. Oh God, that's so hard. See, okay, it's hard to date men when you hate the patriarchy. Like, it's so hard to date men when you want to burn the patriarchy to the fucking ground. Like, it is so hard. I feel like I'm like, I don't know. I can't even think about dating right now. Like, I'll fight fascism, and then when I turn like 25, we'll think about dating. But but right now, I'm just like, I need to go on the internet. I need to scream at Pam Bondi, and that's all I need to do right now. That's where I'm at in life.
So my last question is that people that watch your content, what's the one thing you would really want them to take away from it?
Oh my goodness. I don't know. One thing. Let me think. It would have to be like, be willing to be a little bit crazy and unhinged. Like, I think that we're in a landscape where almost everything is AI, and you never know what's real anymore, and people seek that like authenticity. I think what really drives people to my content is like, I talk like a vulgar, regular fucking person. If you're ranting with your friends, like, that's how I talk. This is how I talk when I talk to my friends. I say like, this girl's Pam Bondi's a stupid cunt, and I hate Donald Trump. He's a annoying fuck who probably stinks, and I hate Melania, and that's how I talk to them. And I feel like people seek that level of authenticity. Like, I think when you start posting on the internet, it's scary because you want to present like the best version of yourself. Be willing to be a little bit fucking crazy and unhinged and disheveled. Like, yeah, it's so much more fun. People love it. People identify with it, and it's great.
I have to say, what your videos have, so I have another podcast called Listen Up Girl where I do LGBTQ plus news every day for like 10 minutes or less. And I was not voicing my opinion so much when I'd read these stories. And now it's really because of you that I'm like, I'm going to open myself up a little bit. And whenever I talk about the orange convicted felon, I'm going to like say he's a fucking asshole afterwards. So, and it's, so you were kind of like almost opening the gates for people to feel more freedom. So you've helped me. So I'm sure if you've helped me, you've helped countless others. So,
oh, thank you. I love to hear that. But yes,
I love that. Well, if you don't know who Eumie is, then you are not online, and you are probably sitting in some barn with your pigs or something because, and you don't have an education, because Eumie is amazing. I will put a link to her TikTok and her Instagram and everything else in the description of this podcast or video, however you're watching it. I just want to, again, thank you so much for coming on. You were one of my...
Thank you so much for having me.
You were one of the top people I wanted to talk to. You're changing the world. You're changing social media. We need more people like you that will speak up, and you're amazing. And thank you so much for being on.
Thank you so much for having me. And also thank you for the affirmations. They're great.
Yeah, I'm manifesting Madonna to reach out to you. And Lululemon, all of them. Whoopi Goldberg. We have a lot to work on to manifest, but we're going to do it for you.
But yes, 100%. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.